Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be showing you guys this fun festival look right here. This is something I literally would wear to an event. I love it. I love festival season because you can play around with colors, glitters, like you can be as extra as you want and no one can say a thing. So if you want to learn how to get this look, then please keep on watching. Alright guys, so the palette that we're going to be using today is a Take Me Back to Brazil palette from BH Cosmetics. If you have not seen this palette, this is what it looks like. It has a bunch of fun colors. This is their comeback of like their Take Me to Brazil palette. It was the first palette that they came out with, so this is their comeback palette after this one. And let me show you what this one looks like. See? It's beautiful as well, but today we're going to be using the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. So as you can see, I already did this eye off camera just to make it easier and faster for the video. And I also didn't really know where I was going with this, so I kind of had to plan it out. So let me show you guys. So the first color that I'm going to be going in with is going to be this lime green color right here. And using my Morphe M441 brush, promise one day I will remember the names of these. I'm going to be placing it just in this part right in here of the eye. And I'm not really making sure like I'm super precise with this just because I am going to go in and cut the crease later on, so it doesn't matter if you go too down. But what you want to be doing with this part of the eye right in here is when you're blending it, you kind of want to flick out. Just because it'll give you kind of like the look that this one has right here. Alright, now that that color is done, I'm going to go into the palette and I'm going to be going in with this blue color right here. And I'm going to place it just right in here, kind of blend it into this one, meeting halfway. And then slowly dip back into that same blue just to kind of deepen out everything. I always go little by little and then build up the intensity of a color, not all at once, just because that can be a shit show. I'm going to dip back into that lime green. So cutting the crease is probably going to be the most complicated part of this look. Like I even struggle with it sometimes. So let me show you what I like to do. So the best product I have ever came across to cut the crease that has made it so easy is obviously the Tarte Shape Tape, and the reason is because when you apply this concealer it's kind of dry, so it doesn't smear or smudge, like it dries pretty quick, so you honestly don't even need to set it. As long as it like dries, you're good, but I always like to set it. So grabbing just a tiny bit onto my palm, what I'm going to be creating is kind of like an S shape starting right in here. You're going to bring it all the way out and then kind of swoop it out. Kind of like this one right here. I'm not the best at cut creases, but whatever. Still doing it. Start in here. I'm sorry if the camera doesn't focus on this part, but bear with me. So there's the first part. Kind of drag it down. Grab more. Can't do this. Another thing that makes it kind of easy to do cut creases is when you kind of pull your eye, which you're never supposed to do because no one wants to wrinkle, but oh fuck. See, it closed right in there. Fuck. Whatever. We'll work with it. So I have to bring that up a tiny bit more than this one, but it's all good. See, I'm barely carving out this part right in here. I don't like to go in with a lot of product at once. This is so hard to do like on camera holding this because I'm usually really up close to a mirror, but for the purpose of this video, I'm trying my best. Bringing my mirror closer. Well, we had to improvise on this one because I kind of messed up in there, but it's all good. So now I'm going to go in and cover the remaining part. I'm flipping you guys off. Recover the remaining part of my eye right in here that has any of the blue or green showing. Now grabbing a flat little brush like this, I'm going to go into the MAC powder that I have in my hand right here, and I'm just going to go in and set the shape tape so it doesn't budge or move. Alright, so now to add the shimmer this eye has right here, I'm going to be going in with the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the color Tassel, which is kind of like this white color right in here. You probably can't really see it. It's hella white. Okay. Some of it fell onto. Oh, that's dry as hell. Jesus. Okay. Anyway, so whatever is on here, I'm gonna grab my finger, grab onto this, and it's kind of like an iridescent kind of color. Just tap it on there. I don't ever remember leaving this open because I know that ColourPop shadows, if you leave them open, they kind of dry out and then that happens, but I'm always super careful, so I don't know if I've had this probably for too long. I think I got it like a year ago or something, but I'm sad. I really like this color. And I'm going to add the wing liner using the NYC liquid liner. I'm going to curl my lashes using my Tarte Lash Curler. Alright, for mascara today I'm going to be using the Big Shot from Maybelline. Alright, so the primer that I always use when I go to festivals or concerts or anything like that, and that has never let me down, is a Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. So I'm going to be going in with this, putting it all over my face. And I'm very generous when I apply primer on when I'm going to an event, just because I want my makeup to last all night. Especially if you're going to like a festival that's like during like the day where you're out in the sun, then you literally need to make sure you're priming really, really well with like a professional primer. Ignore this thing I have right in here. I cut myself. I was dermaplaning my face earlier today, and if you don't know what it is, it's when, let me show you. Take a sterile like scalpel or blade, kind of like this. Can you see it? Nice and sharp. So it helps exfoliate your skin, help the texture, take the dead skin off. But I was watching a show on Netflix and I took it at an angle that I wasn't supposed to, and it kind of cut my skin. So probably shouldn't be putting makeup on it, but I need to create this video, so here we are. I'm also super dry around my mouth area because the weather's changing and my allergies are kicking in a little bit, and this is the area that feels it the most. Just to be a little bit cautious, I'm going to go back in with the primer water after priming with Smashbox primer. What I'm going to be using today is a Born This Way from Too Faced. I always use a MAC foundation when I go to events or something. Well, not really, just mostly like EDC or anything I'm going to in the summer, because I do get spray tans when I go to events like that. So I'm going to be going in with this Real Techniques buffing brush, placing it everywhere. Oh, that kind of burns. And I had someone ask me in the last video what shade I am in the Born This Way foundation. I am in the shade Almond. There we go. I think it's like the third lightest shade, but that's what I am. Alright, I'm going to go back in with the Tarte Shade Tape Concealer and place it under my eyes. This is usually not the shade that I use under my eyes. This one's the one that I literally only use to cut creases and stuff. And this is Fair Neutral, but I'm usually light sand, but I just don't know where it's at. So we'll work with this. So next I'm going to be going with the Derma Blend Setting Powder. This is a translucent one, and you go to a festival, you need to make sure you're using a setting powder that does not have flashback, because you don't want to look back at your pictures and be mad as hell that you look like a ghost. So this one does not have flashback, so this one's a good one. I've never experienced flashback really with pictures, so that's just a heads up though. I'm gonna go in and just set the rest of my face with the same setting powder. Alright, now that I look like Kim K when she got a flower thrown at her, I'm gonna let that set a little bit, and I'm gonna go in and finish the bottom of the eyes. And I don't ever usually bake, but when I'm going to an event or something that I want to last, I need to make sure that I'm doing that. But I always make sure that I only really bake with this one because it's super light. And for example, if I bake with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, I feel so tight and dry. So this is a no-go for me for baking. Whereas this one, it's a little bit silkier, it's smoother, it's lighter, so it's not as heavy on my face. Now going back into the palette, I'm going to be going into this blue shade right here. And what I'm going to be doing is kind of flip-flopping what I did up here. So underneath here I'm going to do green, and underneath here I'm going to do the blue. I'm just gonna go in with yellow and see if it adds kind of like a cool little pop. So now for the bottom lash line, I went in with the Anastasia lip palette and I grabbed this yellow color right here. Back in with the mascara, put it on my lash line, on my bottom lashes. Now that the eyes are done, I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Shack lashes, and these are I Spy. And this is my Ardell Clear Lash Glue. I'm going to apply my lashes. We are done with the eyes, the lashes are on. I'm going to go in with this crown brush and then literally just dust off everything. I got this brush in my BoxyCharm, I think it was last month, and I love it. Super soft, it's perfect to take off setting powder off the face. To kind of fix the powder that got on my brows, I'm going to be going in with the Benefit Brow Zings, and I'm going to be using the powder right in here. Going in with my MAC 266 brush. Go. To bronze the face, I'm going to be going with the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm going to be using, let's see, what brush do I want? This Morphe B47 brush. And I usually use like an angled fluffy brush, but because I want a really nice bronze look, I'm going to be using a bigger one to get more coverage on the face. And like always, I like to create like a 3 going red in here. So now going in with this Morphe M334 brush, dipping back into the Hoola bronzer, and I'm going to be applying it on the sides of my nose, little nose contouring. I always get a spray tan when I go to EDC, so I go really heavy on the bronzer, just because obviously when you're already like tan, a spray tan is kind of the same tone as a bronzer, so I'm kind of going with a really dark tone to kind of bronze and contour. I'm going to be going in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and I'm going to be going in with the dark color right here. And now I'm grabbing this Morphe B32 brush, it's a small angled brush, and then just giving my cheeks here a little bit more structure. There we go. For blush, I'm going to be going with the NARS Orgasm blush. This MAC flat brush. It's a blush brush. And I always go a little bit heavier when I'm doing like a festival look, or if I'm really going to an event, just because throughout the day you're going to be sweating, you're going to be dancing, you're going to be moving. your makeup's gonna wear off. So you kind of want to go a little bit heavier, so then your natural oils of your skin kind of like dull it down a little bit. Because if you go super light and natural, like, it's gonna be gone. So I'm really excited to go to EDC this year. I've gone to EDC every year for the past, I don't know how many years, but every year since 2013, and this past year, so 2017 was the first year that I haven't gone since 2013, but we decided to go this year just because of all the changes that we heard that they're doing, just because EDC is literally the same shit every year, but it's still an amazing experience. Like, I feel the happiest when I'm there, or whenever I'm like at a festival. It's like my escape from life. But after reading all the changes that they're going to be making to EDC, I was like, alright, let's give it another go. And the reason why we didn't go last year is because I was in school, and then I was just kind of prioritizing certain things. So this year we were like, you know what, let's go, let's do it again. And we got VIP, so I'm really excited. The number one thing I'm the most excited for the VIP is that we get air-conditioned bathrooms. So no freaking porta potties this year. And I think there's like free breakfast at Kinetic Field, which is like the main stage, so it's gonna be fun. I'm so excited. So if you're going to any festival this year, comment down below and let me know. I'll probably just go to EDC, maybe Dream State, for sure Rolling Loud if they go back to Southern California, which I'm pretty sure, but if anything, I'll probably just do EDC and then Rolling Loud at the end of the year. So I don't know, we'll see. And depending how EDC goes this year, this might be my last year, might keep going, I don't know. So palette, we're going to be using the Aurora Glow Kit palette from Anastasia. It's such a beautiful palette. Let me show you guys. So since we're kind of in the blue-green tones, I'm going to be going in with this middle one. And I always have an Anastasia brush, but I just do not know where it's at. So we're going to be going in with this Morphe MB44 brush. That's so pretty. I go crazy when it comes to highlight when I'm going to a festival. I get so many compliments on my makeup when I'm there. It makes me so happy, whether it's from the person that I'm buying a drink from, or any vendor, or like people that I meet, and I'm seriously like, thank you. It makes my heart so happy. Okay, so this is what it looks like dry. And it kind of looks funny on camera, but in person it actually looks really, really pretty. I also have the Moonchild palette, but I'm dipping into this one because it has kind of like a blue color. Oh, that makes such a pretty inner corner highlight. To just test the intensity of this glow kit, I'm going to be going in with my MAC Fix Plus and spraying my brush. Oh, I'm like dropping everything today. Oh, that definitely kicked it up a notch. I wish you could see it in person. Everything looks so much better in person than it does on camera. Alright, so now for the lips, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Requiem. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Alright, so now that the lips are done, I'm going to go in and add some little details to the eyes. So I'm going to be going in with this green glitter I got at Sally's. I'm going to be dipping into the glitter adhesive and then dipping back into this. And I'm just going to be adding this into the inner corner. Now, to set the face, first I'm going to go with MAC Fix Plus. And then to finish everything off, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Dewy Setting Spray, and I'm going to drench my face in this. Now to add some clear brow gel from ABH. And another thing you can do if you're going to EDC or rape or anything like that, you can always add more glitter. You can add glitter to your highlight right in here. You can add glitter to like your collarbones. I always add highlight like on my boobs, on like my collarbones. I add highlight everywhere. So if you want to see more festival looks, make sure you give this a thumbs up. I will try my best to create some for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.